Warning, the following video contains spoilers for this past Monday's Raw. If you have not seen Raw, please turn away now. This is your final warning. I'm not kidding. Turn back now and come back later. Enjoy the video. Two titles were defended last night on Monday Night Raw, plus another title has a new #1 contender, a great segment, plus a great match by the women last night, and Goldberg just might have one more run left in him. These are my top 5 favorite moments from Monday Night Raw. Roll that beautiful footage. How you doing, everybody? My name is Brandon Duchair Craven. Yes, it's still me. Even though I did get a haircut and I have no more hair left, it's still me. And these are my top 5 favorite moments from Monday Night Raw. This time it is for 11/21/2016, November 21st, 2016. So without further ado, let's get going. Number 5 this week, the Triple Threat #1 Contenders match for the Cruiserweight title. Great match between Noam Dar, TJ Perkins, and Rich Swann. Noam Dar was actually busted open the hard way after a stiff kick by TJ Perkins. Rich Swann went on later to win the match, and he will now face the Brian Kendrick on the premiere episode of 205 Live, preparing next Tuesday night on the WWE Network. So that's going to be a really good match, and I cannot wait to see that. Rich Swann is crazy, crazy talented. Number 4 this week, the women's segment. It was a good segment. My only complaints are, number 1, it looks like we're going to get Sasha and Charlotte again next week on Monday Night Raw for the title. And number 2, if Bayley is going to be set up as the next #1 contender, they didn't do much with her this week. There was a great match afterwards between Nia Jax and Charlotte versus Sasha and Bayley, or as I guess they're now being affectionately called, the Boss and Hug Connection, which I kind of like. But anyway, so, if they're setting up Bayley to be the next contender for the women's title on Raw, they really need to start doing more with her. They really did some really good stuff with her at Survivor Series, her being one of the last ones eliminated. If you have not seen my review of Survivor Series from Sunday night, go check it out. There will be a link at the end of this video, so you can go check it out. Number 3 this week, The New Day versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the tag team titles. The New Day was using some heel tactics during this match by having Xavier Woods distract the referee when Kofi Kingston tapped out to Cesaro's sharpshooter. I love that. I love that they're kind of still they're still the face team, but they're still using any means necessary to keep the titles and try to beat the Demolition, their record for longest title reign as a tag team. So I really like that. And it was a really good match, and it was just overall, I really like the direction. They kind of keep the New Day fresh and kind of keep them on everybody's toes. So I really like it. Number 2 this week, Goldberg's huge announcement. He is the first entrant in this year's Royal Rumble. Now, I don't know if he's going to be the #1 entrant. I doubt it. But he is going to be at this year's Royal Rumble as an entrant. And it's going to be just absolutely epic. I'm telling you, man, my childhood just keeps rolling on. If you didn't, like I said again, if you did not see my review of Survivor Series from Sunday night, go check it out. The match between him and Brock Lesnar was very, very unexpected and very, very surprising. So go check out my review of that. Like I said, there will be a link to that at the end of this video, so be sure to check it out. And my #1 pick for this week, for November 21st, 2016, the Universal Championship match between Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. Fantastic match. It was no disqualification. Very, very old school. I kind of felt like I was watching the Attitude Era stuff. It was brutal. It was literally fought everywhere in the arena. Seth Rollins even jumped off the second tier of the crowd onto Kevin Owens. It was ridiculous. When I mean second tier, he jumped from the second level of the crowd, which was crazy. It's classic Seth Rollins stuff. But it was absolutely amazing. Jericho and Roman were banned from ringside, but Jericho still found a way to get involved and cause a distraction. And it did help Owens get the win and retain the title, but still was a fantastic matchup. And it was on free television. So I mean, you can't get much better than that. Let's check out my honorable mentions for this week. My honorable mention for this week, oh, God help me, the Enzo and Cass segment. Basically what it was, Cass played a prank on Enzo where Enzo was locked out of the locker room, stark naked. It was a funny segment full of puns. It actually set up a match between Enzo and Rusev later in the night, which Enzo lost. But it was still a very, very funny segment. Especially when Lana got involved. That's when it really took a turn for the most funny. So, it was a very, very good segment. Let's check out some pros and cons for this week. My pro for this week. Good transitioning and branching off the fallout from Sunday's Survivor Series. Even though I didn't agree with Sami Zayn being put in there with Braun Strowman and actually absolutely being dominated by Braun Strowman, it was a good fall off from Sunday's Survivor Series. Again, I'm going to push it again. If you have not seen my review of WWE Survivor Series, go check it out. There will be a link at the end of this video. All you got to do is click it and it'll take you straight to that video. So do that. My con for this week, the crowd. Why did the crowd boo Roman? I don't understand that. Did they not realize that every time Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns get together or help out each other, they're actually seeing a Shield reunion? I mean, come on. Also, my other con for this week was there were some unruly fans in the crowd. You could kind of hear them over the telecast. When Goldberg was leaving the ring, there were a few members of the crowd that were chanting, "You screwed Bret." For those of y'all that don't know, he was partially responsible for Bret Hart's retirement. He accidentally kicked him in the head during one of their matches in WCW, and basically that caused Bret Hart to have to retire. It wasn't Goldberg's fault. It was an honest mistake. And, get over it. It happens. By the way, if you remember from a few weeks ago, I used a word. That word was kerfuffle. Seriously, I used the word. Look, you can check out the video right here. It was all just a big kerfuffle. You can quote me on that. Kerfuffle. Don't ask me how to spell it. A friend actually pointed this out to me the other day, that kerfuffle is actually a word. It's actually a word. And it means a commotion or a fuss, especially one caused by conflicting views. So I may have used it out of context, but I thought I was creating a word, but apparently I wasn't. So thanks, Rebecca, for pointing that out to me. Anyways, that's going to do it for this week's Top 5 Moments from Monday Night Raw. Check back tomorrow, I hope. I'm packing to go out of town for Thanksgiving break, so it may not get posted tomorrow, but it will be posted this week. So just keep a check this week for my Top 5 Moments from SmackDown Live. That is happening tonight. So check that out. It's going to be a huge fallout from Survivor Series. So check that out. Also, coming out later this week will be another YouTube subscriber challenge. We didn't meet the goal again this time around, but I'm going to still keep shooting for that 30-member subscriber challenge. So we're going to hit it eventually, I feel like. Whether it takes 2 weeks or 2 months, we're going to hit it eventually, I feel like. I hope. So anyway, check out those videos coming out later this week. My name, as always, even though I don't have any hair left, is Brandon Duchair Craven. God bless you guys. Have a happy, happy Thanksgiving. I will see y'all next time right here on the Rollin' Wrestling Review YouTube channel. See you later, everybody.